then. Bradley Ray didn't see any of that. He's now 38 points clear of Jason O'Halloran. Taz McKenzie fell as well, as you could just see a moment ago. He's 55 down. Glenn Irwin, 57 down. And Tommy Bridewell, who was second yesterday, is 58 points down. They have a big day ahead of them, these guys, if they want to chase down Brad Ray.
In my opinion, they had a big mountain in front of them anyway. Everybody, with the way that Brad Ray's gone into this showdown portion, lots of momentum, lots of confidence. Now they've got a bigger mountain to climb.
O'Halloran is on pole for this one. Let's see what he can do here with Brad Ray, the championship leader, second. Tommy Bridewell will start third. Then it's Hickman, Haslam and McKenzie. Remember, Hickman excluded from yesterday's results and down 3 places. He should have been on pole, but because of that incident. Further down the grid, a couple of other showdown contenders. Jackson there and Ride as well. They have a big day ahead of them. The FS3 Kawasaki's weren't really fully at the races here yesterday, and we'll be looking for better results today. So then, they make their way around the final corner. It has been declared a dry race. Everyone will start with slick tyres. 18 laps with number 22, O'Halloran, on pole. Peter Hickman lines up on the grid, number 60, and he's got eyes full of Jason O'Halloran right in front of him. And there is your championship leader, number 28, Bradley Ray. We're readying ourselves now for the second race of the showdown in 2022 here at Oulton Park. And we are off, and it's a rocket start for Jason O'Halloran again, as it was yesterday. He will lead into turn one ahead of Brad Ray, or will he? Oh, Brad Ray almost contacts and clips the back.
Was so close for Brad Ray, was that?
Bradley Ray there, whoa, heart in mouth moment. He's attacking immediately up the inside into Cascades to take the lead, and this is where he'll try and bolt James.
Yeah, and this is what you get when you've got a rider on the crest of a confidence wave. He doesn't think that anybody can stop him, and that's not in a big-headed way, that's just how it is.
Around Island Bend we go then. Brad Ray it is that leads from number 22 O'Halloran. In third is Tommy Bridewell, and that's Rory Skinner, who's made a good start. Number 11 in fourth.
I'm surprised how hard in this first half lap Brad Ray's pushing, because he went in so hot to the hairpin there. Only the fact that it's got a ton of camber did he not run really wide there.
Well, they're all going through his now, and Bradley Ray is already trying to make a break for it. He will have looked back at yesterday's race. He'll have seen the drama that went on further back as Rory Skinner there, number 11 on the lime green Kawasaki. Oh, I thought he was making a move there on Bridewell. Oh, it's out really wide. Buchan.
Yeah, that's Buchan. Yeah.
Deep and wide, but he manages to stay on track. Look at the gap already forming here for Brad Ray, James.
Yeah, and the thing is, now he knows he can do it. It's the same conditions. It has rained a bit. It's dry now. He did it yesterday. There's no...
Oh, yeah! Not again! Not again! It's down again!
No!
You cannot believe it!
Unbelievable.
O'Halloran,
I can't believe that.
has had contact again into Druids, this time
place.
on the first lap, this time with Tommy Bridewell, and he's down and out. And he looks a bit dazed here. I hope he's okay, Jason O'Halloran.
Yeah, the bike just clipped him at the end there. That
unreal.
I need to see that again. That was Tommy Bridewell up the inside of him then.
The championship has just been ripped out of the hands of Jason O'Halloran. The garage doors are shutting immediately here.
I mean, you can appreciate why.
Oh, I hope he's all right, Jason.
Poor Jason.
I really hope he's okay, because it looks like he's had a big knock here. Let's have a look, James.
Yeah, this is Tommy Bridewell up the... Oh dear.
He tries to get out of it.
He does. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt.
You know what, Jason O'Halloran, I hate to say it, but he's barrel rolled through the gravel trap there. He looks very dazed indeed. Oh my goodness me.
Looked like a lower body kind of pain to me, did that.
Jason O'Halloran has had rotten luck so far this weekend.
He's had rotten luck all his career.
Just as it was here at Oulton Park as well. I hope he's okay. That's the most important thing at this moment in time for the Australian. He's been stretchered off here, is the Aussie. Jason O'Halloran then. Oh, poor Jason. We keep our fingers crossed for him. Meanwhile, out front, Brad Ray again doesn't know what's going on behind him. He's got, what, a 1.2 second lead over Rory Skinner. What a start for the Scottish rider on the FS3 racing Kawasaki. And Taz McKenzie is third ahead of Peter Hickman, and then it's Haslam and Bridewell in sixth.
Yeah, Taz McKenzie, although he went down yesterday, that was all his own work, nobody else involved. Lost the front going into the Shallows hairpin, and he was fairly certain he had the pace.
Yeah, as you can imagine, race control. I've taken another look at this one. It's under investigation.
Yeah, I mean, there is no doubt for me that from what I've seen so far, and I've only seen one angle, I'm just looking at the rest now, that to me, that's Tommy up the inside at a point in the track where you've got to make it clean. It wasn't clean, it was an half-hearted attempt. Halloran didn't know it was there, turned in, which he's going to do. couldn't turn in. Tommy's there, and that shoved Jason wide. His knee's actually right in the front wheel of Tommy's bike. That's dangerous in itself. That put Jason on the grass, and this is a brilliant circuit, but in places it's not the most run-off you're ever going to get. It's not the worst, but that is a corner you don't really want to be doing that on.
You've got to say as well, I mean, I know there's a long way to go in the standings. This could be curtains now for the championship.
Correct.
For Halloran.
Yeah. I've got a feeling there's going to be, for that man there, Tommy Bridewell, and again, a clean rider doesn't make an habit of doing that at all. In fact, it's been levelled at him before that he doesn't make passes. He doesn't even attempt to pass when he's got the pace to do it sometimes. It takes a long time to do that. But there's no doubt that was his causing, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a penalty administered in this race we're going on. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a right through the pits or whatever, but they'll be looking at that now in race direction.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on this timing screens. It'll give us the information on what happens when they've concluded that. As Peter Hickman here fancies to look up the inside of Tara McKenzie. Out front, Bradley Ray then is about to cross the line, and he's almost 2 seconds clear of Rory Skinner. All the showdown competitors with a green line just next to their name on that left tower.
Yeah, the problem is with all this, you administer a penalty. It never used to happen in the old days, but they do now, and that's fair. They've got to make it as clean as they can, and you can't just make passes like that because it's obviously dangerous. But it doesn't help the person who's been knocked off because they don't get any points back. You can't say they're where they would have finished and given points.
So then we're on lap 4 of 18, and Jason O'Halloran is back on his feet, which is good to see.
That's a good thing he saw, though, and that is lower body, so it's ankle or it's, I don't know, maybe hip or...
Well, he went flying through that gravel track.
It was a washing machine job, wasn't it?
Fast crash at Druitt, always is. Now there is a ride-through penalty for Tommy Bridewell, number 46, for the contact causing a collision. So that's a ride-through pit lane for Tommy Bridewell. He's about to receive that information as he goes down. Taz McKenzie's gone down now. He's been collected here as well. Oh, goodness me. What more drama can we have here at Oulton Park? McCam's Yamaha have had an absolute disaster now. Pete Hickman's gone straight over to see if Taz McKenzie's all right because he clattered into him.
He did, and that's a lot of weight hitting you. That's Peter Hickman at probably, I don't know, 90 kilos, and the best part of a 200 kilo bike, it's a big hit.
So Tommy Bridewell, is he about to get this information?
Well, he'll be expecting it. He'll be definitely expecting something. He's a clever lad, and he'll know that there's some penalty coming his way.
Yeah, I can't believe what we've seen. I mean, a race and a half through the showdown, and it's all going on.
Yeah.
You can understand why Brad Ray wanted to get out front so quick now.
You know, he said before this weekend started, all I've got to do is do what I'm doing, and I don't want to drop back and try and take things easy and maybe get involved in somebody else's race.
So then, on lap 5 of 18, and we've got a red flag. And that will be because of the incident involving Taz McKenzie and Peter Hickman. The collision between the both of them, and I hope that Taz McKenzie's all right here. We've got 2 wounded soldiers from McCam's Yamaha.
Yeah,
poor Taz.
Really unlucky, I think, for Taz to slide back across the track. It's quite early in the race. Everybody's close together. You don't, as a following rider, get much chance sometimes. Hickey was unsighted. It's just a really unfortunate incident, that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the nature of the crash, wherever it did, it sort of pushes the bike and the rider back over
across
to the
the track.
other side.
Yeah, that's it. Not a fast crash, that's only about 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour, that corner, but it's a lot of weight bearing down on you. As I said, that's with Hickey in the back, that's probably the best part of 300 kilos.
Okay, now let's just see the initial crash for Taz McKenzie here. This is what he did.
Yeah, so he's lost it, and he hung on to it just long enough to send him round the corner, enough to poke him back across the track. And at that point, everybody's missed him, but they've got to tip into the next part of the corner. He's still doing probably 35 miles an hour at this point. That's going to send him back across the track, and then he's right in the path of the following riders. It's really unfortunate. Yeah,
and they spent all night getting that bike fixed ready for this race, by the way, as well.
Yeah, they're not bothered about the bike at this point.
Won't be. It'll just be all about Taz.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we've got a red flag here because of that incident. Steve Wilf-Moore then is just having a chat there to Lee Hardy, Ian Haslam's team boss.
Yeah.
Bradley Ray, of course, managed to get away.
I've got to say, I mean, race direction at BSB is typically brilliant. They do a really good job of keeping the riders as safe as they can. But a ride-through penalty for Tommy is either too light, bearing in mind the excluded Hickey from the results yesterday, or it was too much for Hickey. It doesn't seem kind of... Anyway.
Well, it's certainly something
nobody
to
does it on purpose. The point is...
No, none of the riders on the grid, James, try and take anyone else
No, they're
out.
all mates, and they've got to get on, and this is a dangerous job enough without, you know...
Well, the red flags came out. Bradley Ray was out front by over 3 seconds. He'd set a 1:33.6 in that time as well. Skinner was second, Bridewell was third. But Bridewell, of course, was being given the information about a ride-through penalty. Jason O'Halloran here, at least it's good to see him smiling, I've got to say, because of his crash at Druids.
I can't believe it. I don't know what they showed him, but it must have been funny, because not much had made me smile in the position he's in now.
This is what happened to Jason O'Halloran, by the way. There's the move.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, somebody coming up the inside here, not making the corner, Jorn Eagle's in there fairing. I mean, to me, that's fairly open and shut.
This is the reaction from McCann's garage, and after yesterday, and likewise here from the Oxford Products Ducati side of things as well. Jason O'Halloran went onto the stretcher. That's not the reason the red flag came out, by the way. It's because of a later incident involving Taz McKenzie and Peter Hickman. Here is Tommy Bridewell then in the Oxford Products Ducati Motor Rapido garage, just talking to his crew chief there, Steve Moore.
Yep, known as Wilf in the paddock. Clever lad is Wilf.
So just getting the information that once this restarts, this new race, Tommy Bridewell will be given an equivalent time penalty of the pit lane ride-through. So he's going to have 15 seconds that will be added to the Part 1 classification. But there's so much more that we've got to try and figure out yet, of course, before they head back out on circuit. And the most important thing right now is we're all just thinking of Taron McKenzie. So hopefully Taz is okay. We send our best wishes to him as he's now being treated, of course, by various medical teams as well. So we'll come back with some more information as soon as we get it after this break. And there is his teammate Lee Jackson as well. Does opportunity knock here for Lee Jackson, a winner at Oulton Park earlier on in this season. Kyle Ride as well, looking to improve from yesterday.
Yeah, it is quick restart procedure like I thought. So one technician on the grid with them, they'll keep their helmets on, and they won't be stopped too long.
It is overcast here at Oulton Park. Remember though, this is being declared a dry race, so should it rain, you might well see things interrupting. They're just peeling the sticker off there. Brand new front for Peter Hickman.
I'm not sure he can have new tyres.
Interesting. Yeah, you might be right there, actually.
Unless original one were damaged.
Yeah, that's good point. Well, I mean, either way, Peter Hickman, he's not in the showdown at the moment. He's got to rejoin. If he can get back out, they've got to rejoin at the back of the race. Kyle Ride's got his arms in the air saying, what's going on? Come on, let's go.
Yeah, and there's other people saying, let's go. Engine's getting warm.
So then, that's Steve Moore going into the garage. They're asking the question as well, probably presumably about tyres. Who knows? Oh, this is an absolute mess here at the moment. Right, these guys are off for their warm-up lap. Oh, away we go. We have the warm-up lap for a 12-lap start here in Oulton Park. No McCann's Yamahas out there. This is what the grid looks like. Brad Ray, the championship leader, will start from pole ahead of Rory Skinner and his teammate Lee Jackson. Second row, Christian Idden, Andy Irwin, Kyle Wright. A depleted grid this, for obvious reasons. Glenn Irwin, despite all of that drama, still can't get himself off row 3. He starts 7th ahead of Danny Buchan and Josh Brooks, and then it's Tom Sykes, Danny Kent and Leon Haslam on the podium yesterday, remember, on row 4. Dean Harrison heads row 5 ahead of Chrissy Harrison, Storm Stacey, and it's Ryan Vickers 16th, Tom Neve 17th, and Takumi Takahashi in 18th. And it's Owens, Mizuno, Jaycock on row 7. And on the back row of the grid, Liam Delve sandwiched in between Tommy Bridewell and Peter Hickman.
Yeah, he's in good company. I don't think he'll have been... it's kind of like being a lot higher up the grid than you would expect, but not so.
Well, I suggest, Liam, you just stay with those guys, because you know where they're about to head. Yeah. So then, it does get the feeling, you get the feeling it could rain at any point here today as well at Oulton Park. It's overcast. We've had a few spots here and there. They now make their way up over Clay Hill and up towards Druids. This is where the drama happened yesterday and today.
Yep.
The garage door shut in the McCams Yamaha case. Tara McKenzie not racing, Jason O'Halloran not racing, second and third in the championship coming into this as well. How crucial will yesterday's results and that first part of race 1B when it comes to how this championship pans out?
Very, I think.
Bradley Ray, number 28, been in sensational form. Don't forget, he did the treble last time out at Snetterton. He won yesterday. He's on a run of 4 consecutive victories as they now make their way onto the front row. The 2 lime green Kawasaki's there of Rory Skinner and Lee Jackson. And at the back of the grid, Peter Hickman. And if he looks over to his left, he'll see Tommy Bridewell there as well. Looking calm, cool, relaxed. Rich Energy OMG Yamaha rider Bradley Ray on pole. Ready for this restarted 12-lap race. BSB race 2 here at Oulton Park with no McCams Yamahas on the grid. It's lights out and it's a good start from Bradley Ray, but also from Rory Skinner, from P2 on the grid. Lee Jackson gets swallowed up a bit. It's Ray that leads into turn 1 from Skinner. Kyle Ride is in 3rd, Lee Jackson 4th, and that looks like Andy Irwin is up into 5th.
Yeah, Dean Harrison on the grass there, ran really wide.
So down into Cascades for the first time. Christian Idden's made up a place, number 21 on the Bill-based Suzuki. He's gone up now into 5th place, and Brad Ray doing exactly what he's done over the last couple of weeks. He's got out front, he's looking to bolt already. There's a couple of spots of rain there on the camera lens at Island Bend.
Yeah, and I saw a couple of people with their big cagoules on. There's a little bit of rain there, look.
Oh, now that will be coming down on the visor at quite a rapid rate of knots.
Yep.
And so it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes.
Yeah, difficult times. It's a really quite a spread out circuit as well. The hairpin is distance-wise quite away from the Druids area, so it's quite possible, in fact, probable, there'll be different conditions at each side of the track.
So through his as we go, it's Bradley Ray that leads from Skinner, Ride, Jackson, Idden, Andy Owen 6th ahead of his brother Glenn. How did Hickman get off? He got off well. He's in 18th place. But even better, Tommy Bridewell 16th. That's just halfway round the first lap. If we look back, there is number 46, and there is Peter Hickman. He's just behind his teammate here, Ryan Vickers, as they go through Druids. But at the end of this first lap, it's Bradley Ray who's bolting away again. His teammate here thought about a move. Kyle Ride, he's in 3rd place.
Yeah, you've got to say, if you can do what Brad Ray's doing, it's the safest place to be.
It seems so, doesn't it, this weekend?
Yeah.
It really does. As they cross the line then, 4 of the showdown competitors are in the top 4. Kyle Ride goes up into 2nd to make it a Rich Energy OMG Yamaha 1-2. So Rory Skinner is pumped back down to 3rd. In 4th is Jackson's. Christian Idden, who had a pretty good day yesterday, is closing as well. He's in 5th. Look at the damage being done in the championship as well by Brad Ray. If it stayed like this, 63 points he'd take into the 3rd race later on this afternoon. A bit of a wobble on the front end there from Rory Skinner, James.
Yeah, which didn't get him into Island Bend as quick. I think he was looking at a little bit of a move around the outside of Island now, put him on the inside up into Shell, but didn't work.
So they head up now towards the Britain chicane. They'll flick it left,
Brad Ray's
right,
gone.
and left. He's gone again. I mean, he's just been unstoppable, really. Irrepressible is Brad Ray. He doesn't look fazed by anything that's been thrown at him.
Growing confidence.
Yeah, and he just loves the bike. He's just in love with that bike. He looks so smooth on it. He looks comfortable. Everything clicking. Nice move that from Lee Jackson on his teammate, Rory Skinner.
Yep, it was.
So up the hill we go. Jackson, then number 14, is now up into podium positions. He's in 3rd.
If you're going to go past like Jackson did there, you need to be perfect on timing, because you're going from one side of the track completely to the other and then back again. So you need the timing needs to be spot on. There's not a lot of room through there.
Neither Jackson or Skinner had a podium here in British Superbike since Knock Hill, which seems like quite a long time ago now.
Yeah, but it is a place where Jackson had his one and only British Superbike win.
Yep, here earlier on in that season. A couple of rain spots on that camera lens again then as we start now lap 3 of 12. Bradley Ray 1.7 seconds up on his teammate Kyle Ride, and the fastest lap to boot, a 34.491.
Yeah, and lap times are a little bit down. I think the rain on the visors and on the screens are just affecting him a little bit.
Quick check on Bridewell, he's 14th, just 1 place ahead of Peter Hickman, both of them having started from the back row. This is getting a bit spicy now for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Kyle Ride, number 77, then is 2nd, ahead of Jackson, Skinner and Christian Idden. Christian Idden without a podium all season long. He went very close at Snetterton a few weeks ago. Glenn Irwin's also at the back of this group and might just sniff something out here. Glenn Irwin, you know, loves to fight out on circuits. So he's got through on his brother.
Because Glenn Irwin having a look at Christian Idden and then pulling back in.
And Glenn will sense an opportunity here. He'll know Brad Ray's out
Same
front.
move.
A lovely move again from Lee Jackson.
Yeah, he's got that one right, hasn't he?
He certainly has, and he moves up to second place now. This is the Lee Jackson we expected to see here at Oulton Park. Christian Idden.
Jacko's been a bit unfortunate. He fell off. Was it Friday?
Yes, yeah, he did. Lost a lot of track time.
Lost a lot of track time and lost a little bit of confidence, and he's finally just gathering it together now.
Glenn Irwin here, desperate to try and find a way through on Christian Idden, but Idden himself has got desires on going through on Rory Skinner. Meanwhile, out front, as we cross the line to start lap 4, it's Bradley Ray that has the advantage. This is the move then being lined up by Lee Jackson, James.
Yeah, big wide line round the left and nips him into the last part of, well, just with Knickerbrook now, Hislop chicane.
So then, this is the scrap for second place. 3 seconds up the road is Bradley Ray at the moment to extend his championship lead. But of this group, only Christian Idden, not one of the showdown competitors. And the Bill Bates
There's rain there.
There's a bit of rain there. There is at Island Bend as well.
Yeah,
one of the fastest parts of the circuit.
Yeah, well, the man who will have a bit of a lash if conditions get dodgy is Christian Idden on the Suzuki.
Oh, there'll be nerves out front as well, though, for Bradley Ray as he sees this at the moment. He's got a nice buffer up ahead. But Skinner's down! Oh, there's 3 of them! Oh, there's more drama. And
4 people off. I think there's 4 down there. There is 4 down. Skinner, Ride, Idden and Glenn Irwin all on the deck.
Another big incident here at Oulton Park and another bundle of showdown competitors.
And I think that was two completely separate incidents.
Now then, we've got a few riders injured here.
Now that's got to be at least a safety car.
You would certainly think so,
Absolutely,
wouldn't you?
yeah.
Lap 4 of 12 then.
I think it's Christian Idden trapped under a bike.
Yeah, Glenn Irwin is gone through. He's okay. No, he's still on the bike.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Glenn Irwin's fine. There he is, look, number 2.
He was involved in it though.
Well, they were all involved in it. I mean, they're all a big gaggle together. We'll get another glimpse of it, I'm sure, at some point. But as things stand, the race goes on. But the safety car is out.
You're right,
James.
car.
Yeah, you're dead right. Okay, so Bradley Ray then it is that leads, but the safety car has just gone out. I cannot understand what's going on here. These are the bikes then involved in the incident. It looked like Rory Skinner went down on the approach to Britons.
Yeah, that's Skinner and Ride's bike.
And then it was Christian Idden.
There's Skinner.
There's Skinner. He's laying down at the moment. He got his leg caught, I think, in one of the bikes that went down as well. And Christian Idden also went down as well. Skinner went into the back of Christian Idden on the approach to Britain chicane, and then they all got tangled up. And because it's a chicane, the bikes went across the circuit and collected Christian Idden as well. Collected Kyle Ride. Yeah, we've got a red flag. Another red flag here at Oulton Park because of this incident over at the Britain chicane.
Well,
so the riders involved were Kyle Ride, Rory Skinner, and Christian Idden over at Britain's. And they'll just be receiving some medical attention.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Look, there's so much grass and dirt on the circuit there.
So Rory Skinner's back on his feet. That's good to see. A few rips and tears, as you would imagine, in the leathers.
Yep. But they've done the job.
I can tell you that who went through. I mean, this is unbelievable what's happening here. Jackson, of course, went through fine. Glenn Irwin went through in 3rd. Look at this. Danny Buchan's 4th. Storm Stacey is 5th. Number 79. Tommy Bridewell, as a result of this, got himself up to 6th. So there's so much to come. Yep. Kyle Ride then, he's walking through the fans now. Yep. He's going to watch from the sidelines. He doesn't even know what happened because he just got clattered and collected.
Did Glenn Irwin go down the escape road then and go through? I'm sure he went off to the left as we see it. His right.
Hard to know. Hard to know. I mean, this is actually not going to work out too badly for Tommy Bridewell once we get restarted again.
No, it's not.
He's fished his way through from the back of the grid.
Yeah.
Bradley Ray's got to do it all again as well. We'll get some more info to you when we can. We're going to go for a short break. Yeah, congratulations, Matt Cook, a worthy champion at Junior Superstock. Now then, here we are, warm-up lap, take 3. 2 red flags. We've got a 7-lap dash coming up here. Just to recap, we haven't got any McLaren Yamahas on the grid. This is the new grid for this race. You'll notice quite a few absentees. Brad Ray on pole, the championship leader ahead of Lee Jackson, with Glenn Irwin 3rd. Buchan, Andy Irwin and Storm Stacey on row 2 with Bridewell 7th. Storm Stacey and Bridewell would have been a place further up. They actually been given a one-place grid penalty for overtaking under safety car conditions, as if we need more drama. Brooks and Haslam joined Bridewell on row 3, Rouse, Hickman, Vickers on row 4, and it's Mizuno, Harrison and Takahashi, 13th, 14th and 15th, ahead of Danny Ken, Leon Jaycock and Liam Delves. Sykes is on row 7 there, ahead of Tom Neve. Kyle Wright doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out. Because
he's there.
Oh, he's there.
He's there. No, he's definitely out.
He got out. But he's got to start at the back.
He's got to start at the back because he started one lap on pit lane.
Wow. Well, okay, so a 7-lap race here at Oulton Park. Are we going to get a checkered flag to this one?
Be nice, wouldn't it?
It would. Bradley Ray, again, stands on pole position, ready for this one then. Race 2 in Bennett's British Superbikes. No McCam's Yamaha riders. Rory Skinner has not made it out either. One suspects he might be off to the medical centre. We'll call it as we see it here. We look to the lights at Oulton Park, and away we go again. Bradley Ray, a good start. Likewise from everyone on the front row. Glenn Irwin got away well as well, number 2. Is he going to try and lump one at the inside? No. Ray leads from Glenn Irwin. Lee Jackson in 3rd and Danny Buchan in 4th.
Yeah, great start from Danny Buchan. Somebody else is off. That's Kyle Wright.
And that's one of the other Hondas as well. Kyle Wright there going over to apologise immediately. Goodness me, it's Tom Neve he's taken out, it looks like, into Old Hall Corner.
Yep, it does.
It's another showdown competitor then down.
Right,
and
so
out.
The pack's together. They've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds to sort that out. Both bikes look like they were easy enough to shift. They've got, that's Storm Stacey. Stacey out wide, but he had some help.
He did have some help, yeah, that was a deep lunge there from Tommy Bridewell, who's keen to get out front to join Brad Ray and co.
I think we're going to get away with that incident. Tom Neve and Kyle, yeah, he's blaming himself there.
Let's have a look and see how this one shaped up.
Go back of the shot.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, you couldn't see it from that one, obviously. I do think they'll be able to clear it up.
Oh, it's a high side.
That was yeah. You've got to think cold tyres would have been a factor there.
And it is cool, we should just say, it's really chilly.
Yeah, but also they've changed tyres and they probably, it's been such a mess about that generally they probably didn't have it on warmers long enough. I think cold tyres were an issue there. Yeah,
the only 4 showdown contenders that are in this race are 1, 2, 3 and 4, by the way. Of course, the McCam's Yamaha rider's not in this one. We'll send you an update as soon as we know the condition of Tara McKenzie, who crashed earlier to bring out red flag, and Christian Idden as well. Across the line, though, it's Brad Ray from Glenn Irwin, Lee Jackson and Tommy Bridewell. Further back there is Leon Haslam, number 91, going up the inside of Andy Irwin.
Yep, incident cleared up, not even yellow flags. That's efficient of the marshals.
Oh, up the inside at Cascades for Leon Haslam. He nudges Andy Irwin wide. Storm Stacey then goes through as well, number 79. Opportunity knocks here for 1 or 2 riders. Peter Hickman, remember, started the 2nd race from the back of the grid. He's got a chance now to fish his way through the pack. Just behind him then is Tom Sykes and then Josh Brooks.
Yeah, Hickey up the inside of Andy Irwin. And then Andy Irwin back up the inside. It takes a bit of moving if you're getting the side of Hickman. A lot of weight there.
Through Britain chicane we go. Bradley Ray it is that leads. Glenn Irwin, you can just sense he's got the demon eyes out here, Glenn Irwin. It's a great chance for him to pick up a rare podium at Oulton Park.
Yeah, for all that we've seen a couple of scrappy starts and some incident, and I hope everybody's all right, but also as a rider you think, do you know what, there's an opportunity still for me, less riders to race with, and that's exactly how Glenn will be seeing it.
And get this, Glenn Irwin, as it stands, would move up to 2nd in the championship, albeit a huge 62 points down on Brad Ray, but we've seen quite a bit of drama so far here at Oulton. We'll look at the championship once the checkered flag is out.
Listen, if ever you needed an example, we always say, look, anything can happen, because we want to promote the fact that the championship's still alive and it's still exciting, but there's no better example of what we've seen today.
Well, not just today, but yesterday as well.
Yeah, this weekend, yeah.
Lap 3 of 7 then, remember it says 7-lap dash, it's like a club race this one. They're all out. It's not going to be a tyre war. You won't need to keep them. It's all out. And Glenn Irwin is giving this everything in 2nd place.
Less of a tyre war, more of a last man standing.
Yeah, it's a barroom brawl between these four. Remember, the top four at the moment, all in the showdown. Bradley Ray it is that leads, but Glenn Irwin and Lee Jackson are catching as they come around Island Bend. Tommy Bridewell then in 4th place. He got the fastest lap last time out at 33.654.
That's quick lap.
It's a very quick lap. Dean Harrison retired. He's entered pit lane. We're running out of riders here. Finished the race. You might be on for a point soon. Through the chicane we go. Nicely done this sector from Bradley Ray. He's just pulled out a couple of tenths on the rest of the field. Lee Jackson sees that, senses that. Can he go through on
Yeah,
Irwin?
he's seen it move though. It's just coming up now.
This is where he's got 2 riders so far, James.
Yeah, not happening this time.
Not close enough.
Get a look.
So then up to Clay Hill we go. Danny Buchan is closing up on this group as well. Number 83 on the Cinetic BMW, winner of course at Cadwell Park a few rounds ago. Then it's Leon Haslam behind him, Storm Stacey with his best running of the season so far. Out of Druids and on the approach then to Lodge Corner. Remember, when we come across the line, we'll start lap 4 of 7. So just a few laps left here. And it's going to be all out. You just know it's going to be all out here from the likes of Jackson in 3rd and Tommy Bridewell in 4th. Across the line we go. Can Jackson go through into turn 1? He lines it up. He's gone through, but can he hold the line? He can. Lovely from Jackson.
Yeah. Glenn cuts immediately to the inside, looks for the switchback.
Oh, he's gone through on Bradley Ray as well. Wow, Bradley Ray
eh?
then has been moved back to 2nd place. What's happened to Brad? Did he have a mistake on the exit of turn 1 or something?
Yeah, he's
not sure.
There's not spots of rain, is it? Because that was weird.
Very, very unusual. We had our eyes elsewhere. Glenn Irwin now fancying a look up the inside. So Lee Jackson, the winner here at Oulton Park earlier in the season. His first ever BSB win is in P1. Bridewell goes up the inside of Glenn Irwin, around Shell Oils as well. Don't know which way to look here. Your showdown competitors are right in front of you, and Danny Buchan is joining the crew. This is what happened then. There's nothing there to suggest that Brad Ray was...
Not a massive obvious mistake, but it's certainly slow out of all, wasn't it?
Yeah, really slow. Not sure what happened there, but he's lost a place for now. Unless you're right, unless there's just a couple of spots of rain that appeared and he thought, you know what, I'm not sure if I fancy leading this one.
Lap times are all right, though.
They are. These are the 5 then in it, and we're on lap 4 of 7, and they're all going to go for this one. There's shop window territory for riders that are not in the showdown, of course. The likes of Danny Buchan.
Danny Buchan, that's it.
Well, and Leon Haslam as well is coming in the background.
Yeah, true, but in the leading bunch, I mean.
Here comes Tommy Bridewell. Thought about a move up the inside of Bradley Ray. Took a really defensive line into Lodge Corner. Over the line we go then. You can see the team bosses on the left all looking nervously on. Lee Jackson it is that leads, and here comes Tommy Bridewell up the inside now of Brad Ray. Bridewell goes through, up into 2nd. Brad Ray drops to 3rd. Glenn Irwin now lining up a move on Brad Ray. Has Ray got some sort of issue, or is he just...
to think, haven't you?
Just not seen this so far from him all weekend. But these are different circumstances, of course. They were all given the chance to change tyres before the start of this one, and Irwin is desperate to get through on Brad Ray.
You'd have to think there's something going wrong with Brad's bike.
Live standing, he's wide into Shell Oils. Lee Jackson, as it stands with this win, would move up to 2nd in the championship now, ahead of O'Halloran and Bridewell. There's just a couple of laps left here. We've had 2 red flags so far in this one. No McCams Yamahas out there. Only 4 of the 8 showdown contenders are in this race, and they're right on your screens. Lee Jackson, 14, leads from Bridewell. Championship leader Bradley Ray, number 28, there in 3rd, ahead of Irwin and Buchan. Haslam's closing, but it doesn't look like he's going to be close enough with time ticking away. Up the hill we go, and Tommy Bridewell smells his first victory. What a turnaround that would be.
Unbelievable.
In this race, given what happened
exactly.
earlier.
The weight's gone.
I mean, that would just be the most wild result that you've seen so far this season, but it's on the cards, potentially. Braking now down into Lodge Corner. We're going to start the penultimate lap of the race. Bridewell without victory all season so far. Across the line we go then. Jackson. Oh, there's definitely something not quite right.
I agree. There's definitely something wrong with Ray's bike. He's not riding it the way he was.
You can see that it's almost becoming a bit of a roadblock here. Glenn Irwin and Danny Buchan are trying to get through on him. Lap 6 of 7 here at Oulton Park. It's Jackson versus Bridewell, you would think, for victory. In race 2, up towards Island Bend we go. And Tommy Bridewell is closing and closing. He's not going to be close enough for a move into Shell Oils. Bradley Ray, it looks like, just regrouped momentarily in that middle sector. He's got Glenn Irwin and Buchan behind him. Entering the pits is Chrissy Rouse. We've only got 17 bikes on circuit now. 3 Britons. We've got a lap and a half left here at Oulton Park. 25 points for the winner. The second race of the showdown this season. Lee Jackson looking for win number 2 of the year, which would move him up to second in the championship. Bridewell, if he moves up to second, he closes the gap as well. It would be his first of the year.
If Bradwell can win this after serving the penalty and all that's gone on, this is going to be something.
It's some turnaround. If you're tuning in now and you're wondering what we're talking about, in part 1 of 3, Bridewell knocked into O'Halloran here and served a penalty, but he managed to make up all of those pieces in part 2 before that then got red flagged. Anyway, we're about to start the final lap of the race here. Lee Jackson, Tommy Bridewell, Bradley Ray, Glenn Irwin. Who takes the winner's spot? It's going to be one of these two, you would think. Across the line we go. That's your first overtaking opportunity gone. Quite defensive there from Jackson into Old
I don't know, he went up.
Bridewell's out of the saddle.
Tell you what, Bradwell were going to have a run at him down the avenue because he went in so squared off on purpose, and I think he was just looking at that, got on the throttle and got the slide. He was having a go there.
He's not given up though. He has not given up. Let's have a look at this one.
Yeah, really squared off. See, as the inside's opened the throttle, and he really had a drive there. He was probably going 5 miles an hour quicker. Look, he was having a go, wasn't he?
He certainly was. Is that it though?
No,
it's
I think
not
he's
it.
I think he's going to be close enough. Last bit of the lap, I think.
So up towards Britons, and now Bridewell's got to get good drive out of Britons and over Hilltop on the approach to Hizzies. He won't be close enough to make a move there, but he's got to try and line up a move. Lodge is the only place you'd think Bridewell can do this.
Yep, and I think Bradwell's going to set up a run at a Druids and look at getting up the inside into Lodge. Classic Oulton move, but he's only got one go at it.
He has, and we're coming into the final sector here then at the end of this second race. The checkered flag is finally waiting and ready. Is it going to be Jackson? That's lovely. He's pushing it so hard. Round Druids. Bridewell, he doesn't look close enough, James.
No, he doesn't. He's going to need a good run here. He's not got it, I don't think.
Oh, there was a bit of a twitch there from Lee Jackson. He'll take a defensive line, surely. Tommy Bridewell's not close enough, though, or is he? He'll go around Lodge corner, and the checkered flag is out. In a most bizarre race here at Oulton, Lee Jackson wins again! His second win of his career, with Bridewell in second, Bradley Ray the championship leader in third, Glenn Irwin fourth, back in fifth and Haslam sixth. Did not see that coming.
No, I didn't see any of this coming.
No, that's a fair point, James. That is a fair point. Lee Jackson, wow, he got himself up onto the front row and he delivered. Fair play, young man. And he's moved up to second overall in the championship. They've still got a mountain to climb to chase down Brad Ray.
Yeah, I don't think Brad will be... I think Brad was racing with a problem there, possibly with the brakes. I don't think he'll be too concerned that he finished behind Jackson and Bradwell there, championship-wise.
So then, Jackson, the Cheshire Mouldings FS3 Kawasaki. This is where it all kicked off at the start of the year when he picked up his victory. Tommy Bridewell, that rear-end move just on the exit where he just got it lit up, James, probably ultimately costing him the chance of winning.
Yeah, but you knew what he was doing. He squared off Oldall like you can't believe, got on the gas early. That would have given him a really good run down the avenue and down into Cascades. It was working till that slide.
Further down the order then, you can just see Glenn Irwin's got another fourth place out of Buchan, Haslam, Sykes, Brooks was in 8th, Andy Irwin 9th and Hickman in 10th. Let's get those results actually for you. Winning for the second time this season at Oulton Park, Lee Jackson victorious after 2 red flags here at Oulton Park in a 7-lap dash. Second place goes to Tommy Bridewell, with Bradley Ray in third, the championship leader Irwin fourth. Though there are only 4 showdown competitors in that race. Further down the order, picking up points there, Ryan Vickers, Takumi Takahashi, and it was 15th for Ryo Mizuno. Let's see what